Hello. Hi everyone. Okay, I'm trying to do the camera the right way so the words aren't backwards if I show you anything. So I just have to see if it worked. Or if I have the camera pointed correctly. One moment, please. Oh, ads. Really? Hi, Judy. Hi, please understand. Dr. Doom. Hello, Sanchez. First, last. All right. Boo. I can't wait for Christmas. It's my favorite season. It really is. Okay, let's see. Do we need to point up a little bit? Let's see. Okay, let me see if that's good enough. I'm watching myself. Hi, EXP. Let's see. That's pretty good, right? I wanted to try and show. Maybe I could zoom out. Let's see. Let's try and find our. Let me go 6. Let's see. Just there. Let me see if that helps. Happy Friday, by the way. Yes, first, last. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, not sorry. Okay, I think that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And I'm my fan because I'm not going to turn on the air because my cat gets scared. All right, so what we are making, we're making bagels. Welcome to the Bagel Show. And this is one, the bagels are really, really good, surprisingly. And I used the same recipe for, or I did. Weight Watchers is great. I'm not using it now, but I have in the past, but like all the great recipes too that you can get from it. This is one. It was it like 3 points? It was very low points in Weight Watcher world. Because it's pretty simple ingredients. Oh, the yogurt. Pretty simple ingredients. And you can pretty much add whatever you want. Aw, first, last. Okay, what do you have to say? Only Halloween treats. No Christmas treats. It's too early. Embrace the Halloween season. You know what you could do? You can make pumpkin bagels. I'm not doing that today, but you can adapt it to pretty much anything you would like. You know what I think? And this is just going off of what I've seen with other recipes. Thank you. Thank you, first, last. Because we use yogurt in this one. So that's instead of oil. And you could probably maybe half that with pumpkin, like a can of, the canned pumpkin for pumpkin pies. I wonder if that would work. That would be one way. You could put, I gave my pumpkin seeds to my daughter. You could put pumpkin seeds in or on the bagels before you bake them. What else could you do? You could do, I didn't say you could frost them. I mean, really, you could, right? You kind of could. Because we're going to do, it only makes 4. So this recipe is just for 4 bagels. It's, you're not making a whole baker's dozen or anything with them. But pumpkin-shaped bagels. That's a good idea. Dye the bread orange, add food coloring to the yeast. You know what? We don't even need yeast. We don't need no stinking yeast today. But yes, I like that. That's a good idea. Hi, Tony. Hi, Crypto. You vigilant child. Well, thank you. I'll just, yeah, wink, wink. I'll take the compliment. If you have not already, I'm going to put it in here because I very much enjoy Tony's content. I think I put it, see if I remember my own command. You know how I am. I spelled it wrong. Cryptor on Instagram and YouTube. But if you're a curious sort, and it is the season, I would recommend checking out the Cryptor channel. Cordy Stewart. I heard there's a bagel party here. You come to the right place. Hopefully. But I'm feeling very confident, but I haven't made these in so long that I'm like, oh shoot. Hi, Edster, how are you? Am I going? No, you know what? I couldn't get a reservation, and plus Fridays I hang out with my daughter. That's like our hangout night. But Sunday I'll be there, and we'll see about tomorrow. Possibly tomorrow. I hope so. Hi, Spooky Aurora. How are you doing? Okay, so the only things that you need for this recipe, they say 3 ingredients because the 3 ingredients would be self-rising flour, which I do not have, but if you add some salt and baking powder, you can make, that's how you get the dough to rise. So you just use it with your regular flour. My salt's in here. The other ingredient is yogurt. It says fat-free. I'm using whole milk because it's the A2 milk. The reason for the fat-free is more about calories, not about the type, that you have to use a specific like fat-free or low-fat kind of yogurt. Just you want to make sure that you use plain unsweetened. I mean, if you did use flavored, or you know what though, because there might be a sugar in there that would change it up a little, but it would also change the flavor. So just get yourself some plain. Usually I would use Fage, but I've switched to this one. And then you have 1 egg, which you are not gonna mix in with the bagel. It's for the egg wash, if I remember correctly. And then I like to use the everything but the bagel from Trader Joe's. I use it on a lot of stuff, not just this. What did I just use it on? And I was like, oh, bagels. I used it, or when I make egg sandwiches, like inside the sandwich, on top of the egg, I put the everything but the bagel. And I have, let's see, I do have, you can do sweet. I don't know if I'm gonna do it today, but maybe I'll do one. We'll make one with chocolate chips, because you can make the sweet. Or I'll do 2 and 2. Yeah, that way I can bring one. Okay, that's what we're doing. And let me just do this. I don't really want to put my hair up. Okay. Hi, Todd Cribs, how are you doing? Starring Chef C Money. BagelCon 2025. Money, 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 money. Or bagel, 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 bagel. Bagel. All right, first we've got our bowl. And like I said, I do not have, and I just disinfected, or whatever, what do you call it? Sanitized the table, even though I've been leaning on it. Because you do have to roll it. So we're gonna flour. I think I'm gonna put parchment paper down and then do that so we don't have to cut down on the cleanup. All right, so first things first, let me make sure I get this right. All right, so first we have to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Okay, that was easy. I'm gonna put parchment on my baking sheet. And I already have foil on there. So I already have foil on my, the fan is on there. So I'm just gonna put parchment on top and then I'll be able to put my 4 bagels on here. There's so many other things. You know what else you could do? Aw, Tony. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, Tony. That's very kind of you. Where's the Disney apron? I don't have an apron. Lynn made me one. I think she made it. I'm gonna say she made it. She made me one and my daughter one, and I gave mine to my daughter because she was baking more. So now, hint, hint, Lynn, if you're watching. I'm kidding. Roto Commish, I'm here for the bagel holes. Thank you, Adventures with Roto Commish. Let's throw that in. Oh, I can't spell today. My brain's like, it's Friday. I'm like, fingers crossed. I was supposed to have, I had a meeting scheduled with my boss for this morning, but then we talked yesterday afternoon because it's like, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it for that, so let's just talk now. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm hoping. It's busy every day. It's so busy every day. But this morning was very busy and productive, so I'm happy about that. We should be good to go now. And thank you. Wait, I can't go over here. I have to do it over here. I wish I had a remote control to do this. Let's see. Thank you to first. Let's see. Does it pop up? Thank you so much to First Last. And thank you to Cryptor. Thank you both very much. Ah, you guys are sweet. Thank you. Okay. Maybe I do want the air on. I'm already hot. Okay. Let's go. Royo. This is why I'm not a moderator, because you guys got talent. I don't. I need one. What do we need here? I know, and I don't know, right? I don't know. I just don't know. Where is it? Oh man. Here. I closed the page. Alright, so we need 1 cup of flour. For having no ingredient, or only 3 ingredients, you'd think I could just not have to keep looking at this. And then I have to add 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna spoon this in because I need a fresh. Oh. It says to sift. I'm not sifting. I'm not sifting. When I have my professional kitchen with a film crew, I'll consider sifting. Or maybe I'll put it in my contract that I do not sift. No, I'm kidding. I know some recipes you really need to sift. Mike! I'm just very casual. Not to be confused with being part casual, but we're very casual here. Alright, and then we need to make sure our flour is risable. Raisable? Risable. And I'm gonna make again. Okay. I'm gonna put this in the bowl. And then we're gonna do the 1.5 teaspoons. New channel, Cordy is cooking. I love it. I still don't have my supplies, so I'm guessing. I'm sure you guys are more precise. 1 tablespoon, probably. 1.5. Okay. I think that's gonna do it. Cordy cooking casually. All right, so, and a little bit of salt. This is a 1/4 teaspoon. This is the good salt. I love this salt. It's the fancy like salt you can get at Costco. It's very cost effective to get it. Starts with the M. Charlie knew. Charlie, where's Charlie? I miss Charlie. How do we apply to join Cordy's cooking crew? Hey, didn't you already know? You're already a part of it. And also, have you ever noticed? Wait, does this have 3? It does. Have you ever noticed the hidden Mickey on your iPhone? Do you see it? Does your boss know you're cooking instead of working? That is none of his business. No. That's why I wait till the afternoon. Mike, stop it. Whisk. I don't really, you know what? I don't know if I really need. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use both. Because this, ding ding, help us kind of get all that incorporated in there. Mike's starting trouble. Can I be a mod for the cooking show? Depends. That depends, Mike. All right, let me see what we need over here. And I don't have room for the computer. I can just put it right here. Salty salt, and then yogurt. But now I can't see you guys. Your apple and wait. Yep, Apple and Disney. These are very the cooking takes longer, but the prep is pretty basic. Mike, did you see that? Mike's gonna put on the boxing gloves. Watch out. There's a lot of liquid. I want to use all of my yogurt here. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, round 1. Redo Commish versus Skellington. Fight. Our boss doesn't know. I prank called the place. They're evacuating at this moment. I'm just kidding. Do you hate that when you're like Really? Fresh container. And my mom always did this, my grandma always did this. But anything, I guess they used to do it like hot cross buns, right? But always make a cross on whatever foods I'm able to. Bless this yogurt before it becomes a bagel. Okay, preheated. 1 cup of yogurt. I wonder, can I talk like Julia Child? Kind of. I used to watch. My dad was the cook in the family, so he watched Julia Child. I think he grew up watching. He didn't want to go to school, so his mom said, well, you're not going to sit around and do nothing. So he had to learn how to cook, clean, iron. She was not going to let him just sit around and do nothing. All right. The sun is still at what? Cross what now? Depends come in handy for the long HHN lines. Sun is still out, ma'am. I can't stop working until the sun goes down. What? Okay. Alrighty. I'm telling you, it's so dang simple, except for the rolling. That's when it gets more involved. Okay. Sorry, I keep saying okay. Okay. Yogurt. It says mix with the flat blade knife. But I'm going to use this, which I think is pretty much the same concept, right? Kind of. I think they're saying because then you could cut it. I don't have that one cutter, you know, like a pastry cutter. I don't have that. So, but that's it. So we're just going to make this into dough. Hi, Grant and the Toofies. I don't recognize this part of Disneyland. This is back in the kitchen. We're down on the bayou. We're making bagels instead of beignets. Beignets they're not easy. They're not easy to make. So hot already. My goodness. What am I gonna do? I need to buy a couple more fans so I have one just in case. Just like a gimbal, you need a backup fan. Number 2 fan. Instead of your number 1 fan. Number 1 fan. So here's how it looks. Just make sure we get all. It's not very sticky. I think I remember it being stickier than this. But that's okay. I'm not gonna complain. Alright, so there's that. I thought so. Adventures. Oh wait. I thought so. Adventures backstage at Tiana's Palace. Yes. Cordy's Palace. Just for a little bit. Just for a short time. Hi, Daywalker. We are making it. We are making it now, Daywalker. Alright, so I want to cut down on the mess. I'm gonna do this. So I can't have the fan. I'll have to point it up a little more so it doesn't blow the flour. off the table. Haha, do you see that rice cooker? I don't even know how many cups it makes. I still measure though. I've been trying to get better because I'm like, then I don't know. But I still do it. Most of the time I don't even measure. I put in the rice, I'm like, yep, eyeball it. And then I start putting water in, and then the finger right where you're like, okay, yep. looks about right. Okay. That might be too much flour, but c'est la vie. Oh, she's making noodles. There are some other recipes. I'd need a bigger block of time, but we can make something a little more advanced. I was just like, you know what? I was craving bagels, but my husband doesn't eat them, so then I end up having them all, and that is not good. Okay, so now add yogurt. Knead dough on a lightly floured surface. Oh boy. See? I already put too much. We'll just spread it out. Okay. Let's hope for the best. Like I said, it shouldn't matter the kind of yogurt or that it's not fat-free, but this will be the test because I've only made it with Fage, but this is the best way. I think it's better, like, well, I don't know. Maybe not better, but I kind of like when it's, flour on my hands. Ooh, it's very wet. Okay, we'll see. It's a little wetter than I thought it was gonna be. Dang it. Okay. Anyways, we'll just do this. Just pretend like I know what I'm doing. No. I probably should have just done it on the countertop. I figure it's good if you guys see like the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? Because it's all going to come out fine. It's just maybe the way we get there is a little different than we thought. Okay. So you're supposed to knead it. Just fold it in, which I don't know if that's going to happen with as moist as this is. But that's okay. That's okay. So really, what we're going to do, since I don't have a knife, but basically, I just want to show you how it works. I think I should have put it on the countertop, because it would have worked better. Hold on. I'm trying to flip it. Hold on. We'll get it. You like this? Woo! Hi, Christopher. All right, so I'm gonna do this because it's not quite going like I thought. I don't know if this is gonna work. Maybe the yogurt does matter, or the fat content. Hold on. We're gonna try. You know, another thing you could do is if you can't get it into bagel form, you could always, I'm gonna put it in 4. Normally you'd be able to knead it and put it into like, cut it into 4s. We're gonna try. Let's see if we can do it. Because I remember it being like this, like sticky gooey, but I was able to work with it just a little bit better than this. Hold on. Don't watch. Don't watch, it's a mess. It might be smaller than I expected. Hold on. We're gonna do this quickly. We must move quickly. Let me get paper towels. Yeah, it's a little mush. Just a little mush. So what you would do is, in theory, now I need flour in my hands. I'm going to grab this. Is then you would roll. I think it's this. Hold on. Let me try. Well, now I need flour again. Dang it! I'm gonna waste all my batter, all my dough, touching it. Let me do this. I'm gonna put some flour here. Move this. Whoops. There went my phone. Into the sink. Into the sink. Okay. Let's try doing this on the countertop. This may work better. I thought the parchment would be a good thing, but I have a feeling that wasn't the best idea. Okay, let's try and roll this. So you want to roll it like kind of in a into a kind of like it's separating. Okay, so you want to roll it kind of like a snake. It should be really simple. So let's do this. Let's see if we can get it to roll. So if you can get it to whatever thickness that you want. Sorry, Rotokamish, there are no bagel holes. So let's say like this. So then you just do that, right? You make it into a bagel shape. I need one of those things, you know how you could just scoop it under? Okay. It's very fragile. This, I honestly think it is the yogurt. Okay. So we'll see how they come out. If they come out good tasting, okay, then we won, right? Then we have won the battle. Okay, so it's a pretty large, it reminds me of homemade Play-Doh. Well, yeah, because flour, what is it? Isn't Play-Doh just flour and something? Flour and water and... This time you put yogurt in your Play-Doh. Yeah, the countertop is way better. But I have a feeling. Or you know what I might have done? I may have put too much, maybe too much yogurt. The ratio was not right. See, that's what I get for saying that I don't follow the rules. But again, my motto is, if it comes out tasting good, who cares? That's all that matters. Okay. And I would imagine, woo! I do remember this, like trying to get it onto the baking sheet was a little bit of a challenge. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna I'll do one with the chocolate chips, but I'll do it when I'm not ready just yet. Just without the cool Play-Doh smell. Thank you guys for being so kind. Don't, I know it's cringy. It's cringy. It is like Play-Doh, feels like it. I promise it tastes good though, I promise. Nothing like live TV, huh? I need more flour. I need more flour. See, this is why I need the crew. Where's the crew? Where's the crew? I do need more flour, actually. Okay. I'm gonna waste more dough. Rhoda Kamish, you bake. Do you think it's the yogurt? Do you think it's too much yogurt, not enough flour? Do you think full fat yogurt is making it too mush? Anybody have some words of wisdom? Where's Alan? We need Alan. He would tell me exactly what I'm doing wrong. Keep your surface floured. Because I didn't even get a chance to like do any rolling and kneading, but that's okay. All right, here's another one. We got 3, we only got one more. Hold on. And then I'm just gonna put chocolate chips on top of one of them. A little more flour. I don't have patience for baking. I don't have patience for anything. But yet, here I am. This is going to be the big mamba here. This, I think, was the first one. All right, thank goodness we're only making 4, huh? Jeez. What the heck? I am so curious how these are going to come out. That's a lot of mess for 4 bagels, huh? And I know, like, traditionally, right, the real bagels are boiled. Boiled and then baked. Are they boiled and then baked? I'm asking stupid questions because you're like, you couldn't just boil it. Could you? Alan will say it has something to do with the alignment of the planets. He'll be like, he would say, Cordy, you didn't measure anything. That's the problem. And you want to know what else? Oh, he would cringe, what I'm going to do right now. He would cringe. So I don't have, yet again, something else I don't have. I don't have a pastry brush. So professional of me. This is what I'm doing. We're gonna crack an egg here. Wait, do I want both? Yeah, I want both. Because you could do like in, wait, don't I just want the egg white? Does this say? Place bagels on prepared tray and brush top with egg. This is a whole egg. 1 medium, lightly beaten egg. I think I need one from here. Boil then bake. Yeah, I was like, you can't just boil them. Okay, lightly beaten. And again, I don't have a brush, so we're gonna be so professional. We're gonna use what we got, which are what? My fingers. Need to go to like Home Goods or something today, or this weekend. Maybe today. All right. So, these extremely pale bagels. Here, I got 4 of them. One of them, I'm going to do the chocolate chips. So I don't think I'm gonna do, watch this, professional. I'm just gonna pat this on. I can like see you guys covering your eyes and laughing. It's okay. I understand. Oh, there goes the air. Yeah, my cat's freaking out. I'll turn it off 1 second. I was on a call with one of my peers, and he's like, hold on. And then he told me after, same thing. He's like, we like to keep it nice and cool in the house, like overnight. So they set it to like 70. And then, but it came on. Mine did too this morning. I'm like, why are you going on? It is not even hot. Well, I would keep it on all the time, I guess. But I like to have the windows and doors, or the windows open. Okay, I'm only gonna egg wash the 3. And then we'll put chocolate chips in the last one. G-Man! Good afternoon. Hi, G-Man. The only stumbling block is fear of failure. In cooking, you've got to have a what the hell attitude. See, Julia Child said that. Thank you, G-Man. I agree 100%. I do. All right. So now we've got our egg wash on 3 of them. I like to put a lot, so we will douse them in everything but the bagel seasoning. Can you even see this? They're already toasted, so they get really toasty. And the egg wash helps the seasoning stick. But you know what you could do? You could do like the cheddar and jalapeno. You could pretty much do whatever you want with these. And I know yours will come out even better because you'll follow the recipe online. And this one I think I'm just gonna stick some chips. Where's my scissors? Where's my scissors? Darn it. I don't want them all to fall. You know when you open something like this and they go whoosh. How does it go? There we go. All right, so we're just gonna do some chocolate chips. Chocolate chips in your bagel. I said I was gonna do 2 and 2, but I didn't. I did 3 and 1. You know what I could also do? Why don't I do this? You could do them after, because I didn't mix it in with the dough. But you can add chocolate chips after. which is always fun, like when you make cookies and you add some after, and then they look really pretty. Okay, so here's the bagels. Wish them luck. I'm gonna put them in the oven. And this is how long? Wow, 25 minutes. That seems like a lot. Place bagels in the tray, brush with egg, da-da-da-da. Okay. You could put raw sugar, you put cinnamon. All right, so we're gonna set our timer for 25 minutes while we clean up the kitchen. That is it. That is it. Hi, Christina H. $25 minutes. Okay, that's going. All right. Have you seen those? I see them on Instagram, like the little ads, but it's this thing, like it has a clip and then it has a round lid, so it goes, and then the lid closes, so then you just open the lid and then it keeps the rest of the bag sealed and then it opens up there. It's pretty cool. I do not have one, but it's pretty. All right, well, short and sweet. We will cook those though. Good luck, bagels. Ooh. Now I'm gonna have flour in my hair. There go the eggs. This away. Okay, while we wait for that, let me see. There was something I was gonna. I don't know if this audience right now wants to see ears or anything to do with ears, but that was one thing I was looking at. To show like what I eventually want to do, but I'd like to do it on a stream, so I haven't done it yet. Because sometimes, like, when I can't sleep, I would love to like start a stream and be like, okay, we're gonna put our ears on a little display thing, but then I'm not very quiet, so I probably wake up, I don't want to wake up the house here. All right, let's do paper towels. There you go. I saw a hack where you can do that using the cut off top to a soda bottle. Oh yeah, yes, I've seen that too. I can't quite remember the whole like thing, you know how, but I know what you're talking about. This is why I didn't want to do it on the counter, because you know how then you gotta get it off the counter. I'm just gonna let it sit for just a little bit. And I need more paper towel. Oh, how about that? I need to put this on my list, my Costco list. More paper towels. Now, because it's this, because I don't want to, because it's flour, or, you know, a little bit of a stickier situation here, I'm using paper towels, but I normally use the dish towels so I can wash them instead of using a bunch of paper towels. Cost effective and sustainable option. But yeah, this is a little different. Does anybody out there use Nespresso virtual pods. Nespresso coffee maker. Hi, Justin. Counting down the days till I'm HHN Sunday. Oh, you're gonna have so much fun. I don't know if I can make it Sunday, but I wish I could. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I really wish their parking situation was better, because the fact that you have to be parked before 6 or through the parking turnstile thing before 6 to get to use your pass, because I have parking with my pass. Otherwise, you gotta pay that dang $40 or whatever it is. Hold on, I'm gonna turn off the air. It does feel good though. Oh, I guess it's 78. It was kind of warm. Yeah, Justin, are you gonna live stream, Justin? Are you gonna stream while you're at HHN, or? I used to have one of those coffees, but just stopped using it. Then it didn't work anymore. I know, yeah, if you don't use it right, then it just gets like... We have one because my daughter got one. We've had it quite a while. 4 years, I want to say at least. I know they've come out with like newer ones. This one's kind of big. Compact but big, right? Like the... How do I explain it? Yeah, compact but big. And then I have one of those. We got one of those things, the glass table that you put it on that has the drawer for your coffee. But I just brought it up because I just got my, and we've debated, because you're like, it's a bit costly. I only have 1 cup a day, typically. But some others in this household like to have more than one, but. Hi, Robin, how are you? This is my last appointment, yay. Hey, well, I'm glad, are you at an appointment so we're hanging out with you? Okay, cool. I'm glad you're hanging out with us. Thank you, Robin. Let's see. Off to Nightfall. Adventures of the Roto Commish is going to, I forget the city. I don't know if he already left. But he should have a vlog out pretty soon after his visit. He's going to film while he's there. Okay. So I would use it for chocolate milk drinks. It's really good, like... I've gone back to basics, so this is one of the ones I love. I think this is there all the time now, but I feel like it wasn't always a staple. But it's the El Salvador coffee. This one I really like the flavor. It's bold, and but it's, yeah. So we've got those. This is another one. I think this is Colombia. Yeah. The Colombian coffee. But I love the pods. They're so cute. So they look like this. They pierce through. Kind of like a Keurig, but they're very pretty. And then the other one I really like is, this is the Mexico blend. But they're all the Master Origins. I seem to gravitate towards those. And then their basic ones, or not basic, but the ones, that are kind of the standards, is Audacio. This one's coffee. It's like one of the staples in there. And then they have Stormio, which is the green one. They're all kind of color coded, which I remember my brother had That was the first time I heard about Nespresso. Is he had the original one. They're little tiny pods. But yeah, they're cool because they have color coded. Oops, there. Stormio. And then the two other ones are, this one is, why can't I think? Intenso. Intenso. The brown one. And then I think I got, did I not get the Boost? I got 2 free. So they had a deal where if you buy 8 sleeves, you get 2 free. They usually run those and you get like, it's good for a day or two, the specials. But Malazio is the other one. That's a good one too. They have Malazio Boost. So it has a boost of caffeine, and then there's another, I think a Stormio Boost. But that's fun with coffee. Your dough is, I know, as a teen, I worked in a pretzel shop in Solvang. If the dough is too moist, it's difficult to work. Yes. And then, okay, dipped into lye. Whoa, before baking for a golden glow. Really? Isn't lye not good for you, or is it okay? Why do I feel like that's not, we're not supposed to do that? The dough was way too wet. And I'm one of those, you have to like look. I know you're not supposed to open them. We'll see how they come out. I didn't really get to knead them, you know, like do all the fun stuff. I have a feeling is probably, the ratio was a little off, and I feel like that the yogurt that I used, it was full fat, but because you know how like Fage or fat-free, it's a little firmer, especially Greek yogurt. Intenso. Oh, I have to show you this. This cracked me up. I sent it to TPC. So I was like, oh my gosh. Because I was teasing him. I'm like, are you gonna dress up for Oogie Boogies? Maybe I'll, you know, something, this or that. And I said, you should dress up as a tomato. It's like, ew. You know, and he made jokes. But then I saw this and I was like, oh, you should totally go as this. It cracked me up though. Where is our, let me find the, it was just this morning we were messaging. Okay. Did I post this? I might have posted this on Instagram. It says, I don't know whether to add dressing or holy water. Wait, hopefully I'm pointing this in the right direction. Can you guys see it? But I'm like, you should go as that. That face, isn't that funny? I guess I was showing you in the right spot. I just could have put it a little bit closer. So what I'm thinking, let's go over here. I should do like, maybe I could put you guys right here. This is not organized whatsoever, but I've got buckets and more stuff. Ugh, so much stuff. And then, excuse my mess. Oh wait, I better not point it at the TV because I might get in trouble. There, hi. All right, I'm gonna put you guys right here. Here's Pua. Pua will keep you company. Pua. And this, remember you guys, if you were there on the stream, it says Dream. Sammy Bear gave me this last Christmas, I believe. And then I had 2 of these. I got one from Kevin, Sue, and one from Miss Anime Games. One of them is in foster care over at my daughter's school. Okay, let me grab what I was going to show you guys. me see. Hopefully. No moment. Okay. Okay. So here's what I've got. It is safe to use lye when baking because the lye solution is a very diluted food grade. Okay, solution is neutralized during the baking process. It's not like using Drano. Okay, good. Whew. Thank goodness. Thank goodness we're not eating pretzels with Drano. Where did I put my fan? Oh, let me turn on this one. Hold on. It's not a very flattering spot where I have you guys. Butters, do you want to help? I think she wants to be, I think Butters wants to be a co-host. She always hangs out when we're streaming. Okay, so, this is how it looks. I did these. These are like the ones I don't wear as often or at all. Where's the top? That's the bottom. Okay, this is the top. So this is how it goes. So you attach the ears with these little like button. I think I got 4 of them in a pack. Make sure I'm doing it, not breaking it. So it's just a little snout, but you can put, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you just put them all, right? They go kind of on top of each other and you can hang them on the wall. With a little hook. That's what was in check too. Hi Foxglove Fairy. How are you doing? Let me get the hooks because that's what I wanted to test. If it was even, if it would fit. I have my knots. The first night of knots. We're already in the parking lot, but I was playing it. Well, it came on after I was playing something else. I'm looking forward to Christmas. I got this at Costco too, so it's a full pack. You know what? The bagels are in the oven, and we are checking to see if this will fit. I think it will. Ooh, that's a close one though. I wanted it to be able to handle the weight of the ears, but it's a close call. But what do you guys think of this? Would this be cool on the wall? Like if you theme it, like do Star Wars or do animated like characters. These Tarzan ones I'm never wearing. Was that Marina? I heard there was a bagel making party. Oh, you should have been there. It was quite the scene, Marina. I only made 4, so the recipe is just for 4. But I think I used 2 moist of a yogurt and maybe not enough flour. But we're gonna see. But what do you guys? Would you do that? Is that an idea? You might try to display your ears, and then they're easy to take on and off. So if I wanted to wear them, like I could put them all on here. But these I have never worn. I got for me, like the Tarzan was something that the kids loved. Like, I watched it so many times with the kids. So I got the Loungefly, the ears, the pin, and what else did I get? I feel like I got something else. Sounds yum. I'm excited to see what they look like. Me too. But yeah, you see little, why do I forget his name? Oh my gosh. Holy cow, I can't remember his name. And then there's, oh my gosh. I'm not remembering anyone's name, but is this water sanitary? These are Loungefly. I know everything's backwards now because we were doing. And I've got, I think I've worn these once. This I got the jersey. I got the, I did get the Loungefly, but I'm not using it for Hoth. Yeah, I don't think I ended up wearing these, but the Hoth ears. These are so pretty. And then we've got, these I love. I really, really love these. Oh my gosh, I can't think at all. Holy cow. Spoonful of sugar. Why can't I think? What is the name of the darn movie? But look at the penguin. And then like her dress. Just a spoonful of sugar from the sun go down. I'm totally drawing a blank, but you guys know. And then these were like, I think these are the first ears I ever purchased. They're the paint, ink and paint. I got these in February of 2020. It was, I think that was my first official, like, all-day solo trip. I remember I took the day off, and then I went to Disneyland. I got these. Competing with California's pearly beaches, stunning mountains, and amazing desert isn't easy. Recorded streams give them a run for the money. So take off the equipment and hit the thumb and subscribe. Mary Poppins, thank you. Oh my gosh, you guys. I, for the life of me, could not think. What else do I have here? This one, you know what? I was a little disappointed. These are Bobble Bar. I think these are the ones I'm disappointed in. They're Christmas. I think I wore them once. And I kept them in the sleeve, right? Trying to be very careful. But look, it's already the silver. I don't even use harsh hair products. I don't even use any, like just hair oil or something. But I did like those. These I have never worn either. My son Chris and Daniela, they got these when they were in Alani, like 3 years ago, I think. So they brought these back. I have some similar with this color, but of course you get the little, and you guys know, I can't think of the flower. What's the flower? I know you guys know. So I just keep these in here. I should probably, but that's why I want to hang them up, because otherwise they sit in these plastic containers, which in theory keeps them, you know, safe and sound. But then I also think sometimes that they can't breathe. They have no fresh air. So I'm gonna figure that out. Some of the other Bobble Bar ears that I got. Something like this. I think that's one. Is this pack. That I love. That I love, that I love. These I love. Absolutely Love these ears. With the stars and the blue. So pretty. So those I keep. These are, I haven't gotten ears in a little while, I don't think. I don't know when my last ear purchase was. But they had some really cute ones on the Bobble Bar website, so that's what it's doing. And then I feel like now I have the most themed ears, or the theme I have most ears of is Star Wars. But these are the Tatooine. I love these too. And I like the simple ear shape and material. And these were Lunar New Year. This was the dragon, which was year before last. Because it was, wait, no, this wasn't this year. I don't think I got any merch except for pins. But these are pretty. That was a pretty one. These I got last Christmas, I think. Yeah, because they had just come out. But I have the gingerbread, make your own headband. These are really pretty. These are a Bobble Bar. They're super sparkly. These are also Bobble Bar. I think I wore them once because they're St. Patty's Day themed. But they're super pretty. I don't know, they're sticky. See, this is why. Look at this. Look at that. Aren't those gorgeous? They're so gorgeous. I love it, I love it, I love it. Plumeria, thank you. Thank you, G-Man. Sorry. I have the screen facing me, so. I almost bought those ears, Marina. I know, and sometimes you're like, you gotta do it because they will, okay, 4 minutes. Oh, shoot. Not 4 minutes, it's 4:04. Okay, let's go see. Let's see how they came out. You guys are gonna get the real deal. Sorry. You gotta close your eyes when we walk around so you don't see my messy house. They're not brown. They're cooked though. Let's see if they're cooked. Let's see if they are cooked. I did the 25 minutes. They're probably gonna be pale. Pale but cooked. Let's see if they're firm. I don't know. I feel like they need to cook some more. Look at the chocolate chips, they just sat right there. Let's look underneath. They got a good golden color at the bottom. I just think they didn't get enough. I'm gonna put them in just for 2 minutes. 2 minutes only. A little more crisp. 2 minutes. And I'll flip it. Not my best work. Because the pictures I posted on my, on the thumbnail and on the, that looks pretty good. They'll probably taste good. Let's just give it 2 more minutes. I tried to straighten my hair and it's already getting all... It's getting unruly again. We'll do 2 minutes. Here's my phone. 2 minutes and then we'll see how it looks. And then we'll try it. I do have cream cheese, so we can try it out. 2. Okay, then we'll finish with just this one box. We're like, we didn't come here to look at yours. These are heavy though. These are like very heavy, but I love them. I love them. I love them. And just a couple more in here. I think I wore them once. These are cute too. Wait, let me see. Are these cute? Yeah, these are super cute. I think I wore these once or twice. Christina, I think you will like these. I don't have any. Do I have any purple ones? I know Marina, you love purple, but you might like these too. They have butterflies. Look at the bow. Aren't those so cute? I love those. And then I got my Latzos, so you can switch them out on your on the ears. The make your own headband ears. They just been chilling in here. But yeah, there's so much more. The only thing I was worried about with putting them on the, like, out on display is I was like, oh, are they gonna get dirty? You know, just dust or anybody touching them or something. But I feel like it's better than just keeping them in these bins. I don't know. I kind of want to see them. Like, it makes me happy to see the ears. They bring me joy. After the 2 minutes, we'll check our bagels. We'll try them. Man, I thought I had a lot of ears. Hi, Jessica. How are you? We need to do a whole, like, thing on the ears. Because I do have more. It just, you know. They're all stacked. I took them all out of the trunk. How did these fit before? Now they don't want to fit. I hate smushing, but they're going to be a little smushed just for a little bit. But most of them I've worn. There's only a couple that I haven't worn, but I try to get ones that I wear. I'm doing good, Jessica. I hope you are too. Okay, so we're almost, timer's up. Okay, let's go. Let's try them. We're going for it. We're going for it. Fresh Baked is on my TV now. He came on after my stream. Okay. All right, here we go. Oops. The moment of truth. I'm gonna try a hot bagel. Oh, sorry, don't look over there. Messy coffee. You could do garlic. There's so many things you could do. Fresh baked bagels, fresh baked on TV. Don't overbake. Remember, they continue to bake for several minutes. G-Man, I have no patience. I have zero patience. I never let anything sit. I know I'm supposed to. I did do it with the cookies. When I made the last batch of cookies, because that's what she said on her video too, was like, leave them on to cool completely, because they'll finish baking. I'm just gonna do a quick little taste test for you. With our whipped cream cheese. Trader Joe's, of course. Let's do the small one. I know, G-Man, don't cringe. We're gonna try it. Hot, hot. Okay. We're gonna do it. Ready? I will be the guinea pig. Hot, 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 hot. Cheers. Here's, whoops, what I'll say. They taste good. But yeah, I know. I like when they're fresh but cool. Cookies. They did not come out like I remember. Well, okay, sorry. I need some good lighting, better lighting. But you can see, they did, right? They look bagel-y. But I really think that was the thing. It's that darn, I think it's the yogurt. Good yogurt though. I'm gonna let those sit, do their thing. But yeah, they came out pretty good. Could it have been better? Yes, it could. But that's okay. It's fun to, when I was thinking about like, oh, I would like to do this more often, you know, because sometimes I can't, you know, if I can't get to the park, but I want to like share. I told myself that I was just gonna do it. I'm just gonna make it. We're gonna make it live. Whatever happens, happens. And I was just gonna work with what I had and just make modifications wherever I needed to based on like the supplies that I have and things like that. So, of course you want it to come out well and you want it to taste good, which they did. They may not look exactly like I wanted them to, or how, you know, the presentation may not be as pretty as it could be, but, you know, it's okay. It's fun to experiment, I think. Let me put them, you know what? I'll put them on a plate just so I can show you. And my chair is like, did I show you guys this? This is my chair. This actually has brought in a chair that's made for it. But yeah, the ones that were on my thumbnail and stuff, those I made with Fage. You probably can't hear me. Yeah, they're way too white. Or like, what do you call it? They're very pale. But the ones that were in the pictures, those I made exactly like the recipe, but I mean, and they smell delicious. And this one is, but they would be a little bit puffier and a little bit puffier and a little more golden brown, especially with the egg wash. But there we are. So if you follow the recipe, which I posted in the description, you should be good. I do think measuring, because I did, like I said, I don't have the teaspoons yet. I gotta go and get those. I don't know why I threw all that stuff away. But to get your baking powder ratio right with the flour, if you don't have self-rising flour, I think that is key. And then I do think now that I've done it with a full fat yogurt, I think that the fat-free Fage that I have used in the past might be a better choice for this type of recipe, because there's just the 1, 2, you know. Hi, time runner. would be really good with this recipe, because it is a little bit of a firmer yogurt. And I was able to, I do remember, I didn't struggle this much as far as like how wet the dough was and rolling it out. But I do remember it was kind of sticky, right? It was a little bit difficult to work with, but I think with, changing the yogurt type would have made a difference. And then I would have been able to knead it a little bit more and then roll it. Because I do remember I was able to get it into a round, you know, like ball of dough. And then I just cut it into 4 so it was all even. And then I did the whole thing, right, where you kind of roll it like a snake and then join it so you can make your bagel. And then the egg wash, it did come out more golden brown using the other yogurt. But I mean, you can't really we all probably have those ingredients in our house. So if you were like, you know what, I want to make my own bagels so I know what's going in them. I think that's the biggest plus to all of it, is it's an easy recipe and it's something that you're able to control what ingredients go into it, which I think is great. And without all of the preservatives and oils that maybe you don't want in it. This one didn't have any oil, but you know what I mean? Like, they put a lot of cost-cutting type items right in things that are made, or you have to spend an arm and a leg to get something that is close to what you would want in your food. So I think it's a great way to make your own foods. Like I said, I used it to make pizzas, because then you could just use the whole thing or split it in half. I think I might have made it and split it into 2 and then made 2 personal size pizzas. And then you can add your own toppings however you want. So yeah, that's what I was thinking, Jiffy. I don't have any, but yeah, jalapenos, and maybe like I know they have the cheddar ones, right? So you could do like, I wonder if you probably want to do like a full fat on the cheddar cheese, and then just sprinkle it a little bit on top. Maybe not in the dough, maybe in the dough. I don't know about this dough, but yeah, it's just a little something, you know, wanted to share. It was an easy recipe, and one that, you know, could be a very, I guess, I don't want to say the word diet, but could be more friendly if you're watching your calories. I know macros are the thing, but I don't know anything about those. I think if we add flour, it probably wasn't that great, right? But yeah, so I hope you guys had fun. Thank you guys. Cinnamon and blueberry. Oh, see, you could do all kinds of different things. Yeah, I think if you guys did it, follow the directions and don't be like me. I'm more of the like example of like, okay, it worked out, it was okay, but it probably isn't exactly what you would want it to be, want it to look like. But you could literally do anything, put whatever you want on the bagels. My daughter can make, she has the patience for this. I don't know how. She loves baking's therapeutic. But you know the Wetzel's pretzels, the little bagel bites, she makes those and they're so buttery. But but they're time consuming. It would take her hours in the kitchen. But there's lots of things to make. So we'll have to think of something for our next one. Hi, another Brian. Thank you, my dear. You're welcome, Grant and the Jiffies. Thank you for coming into the kitchen with me and making those bagels. So I'll be somewhere Sunday streaming. Tomorrow we'll see what happens. I know I have plans like in the evening, but maybe at night, or maybe I'll be able to go in the morning, do something. I don't know. We should probably get out and walk somewhere. Walk at the beach or at the wetlands like we did. But Sunday, yes. All right, my friends, thank you so much. Have a great Friday night. Relax, go out, have fun, enjoy your day. And I'll see you on the next one. All right, I wish we could play music. Oh, and movies. I know Living Dead Fam's been doing like the Halloween series. I was looking at some, and I think I have another. I don't know if all of you can do like Tubi, Tubi. Oh, they're here. I did the whole like making all my excuses, but they're kind of flat. They're kind of not as toasty brown as I want, but I made one chocolate chip. I just put the chocolate chips on top, and then the bagels with the everything but the bagel seasoning. They taste good though. They taste good. But yeah, so I was like, oh, I know you can't watch it together like physically. We can do that on Discord. It's a little difficult. But I was like, yeah, if we can all do Tubi, we could maybe do that like a later in the evening. I can just be in the living room and do that. But okay, we'll figure it out. Because I'm home so much now that I was like, we have to figure out something. All right, my friends. Thanks again. Have a great weekend. Bye, everyone. I know, chocolate chip. I'll tell you how it was.